lecture series based on model syllabus approved by University Grant Commission. This lecture series is also available on Government of India website www.sakshat.ac.in. In this part we present audio, video and text of the lecture with reference and glossaries. Now we listen to the lecture of Professor Devasya M. Antony, Department of Philosophy, Hindu College, Delhi University.
Today I thought of speaking to you about one subtopic of the course module which we teach in BA Honours Philosophy first year in University of Delhi. And the course is titled as Elements of Indian Philosophy. That is the paper number 2 of BA Honours in Philosophy. And this course has got about 10 modules. And the module number 9 is an introduction into the philosophy of Adi Shankara. I mean, I suppose every person in our country knows, at least by name, this great Acharya. He belonged to 8th century AD, 788 to 820 AD. That's a conjectural date because our people don't believe much on historical data. They have a different sense of making sense of what happens in the world. So he is of that century, and he is credited to have, within 30 years of his life, he seems to have achieved voluminous work on Indian philosophy. And especially his basic 3 works, Brahma Sutra Bhashya, then the Gita Bhashya, and also his commentaries on the 12 or 10 principal Upanishads. Just lived 30 years, imagine. I mean, I suppose Indian philosophical thing is this: what is important is not the quantity of life, but the quality of life. I might live for 1 year, someone live for 100 years, but I think the quality of life is very important. So that's another matter. So the course I teach is this, so there I take the one subtopic. So the one subtopic in our syllabus is nature of Brahman. Nature of Brahman. Now, if you say this, nature of Brahman. I would use a synonym for this word Brahman, because if somebody hears the word, they will think it's all Sanskrit and all that. No, I think we should use a philosophical word, maybe reality. Reality. The Upanishadic word would be what you call Satyam, Satya. Now, so this is one subtopic, What do you mean by reality? Okay. Now, Adi Shankara begins by this question, asking, what do you mean by reality? Now, this is a metaphysical topic. If you know, in philosophy, we have metaphysics, we have logic, we have ethics, etc. Metaphysics means inquiry into reality. Inquiry. That is very good. Inquiry. Inquiry. Inquiring means you ask question. For example, I ask, who am I basically? Am I this body, or am I my hand, my head, or am I only this body? What is this table? Who are you? Suppose I am sitting here, he is sitting there. Well, is he like me, or is he different from me? So we ask such kind of questions, So the basic question would be inquiry into what is reality. And that is what I call, I think the beautiful word in the Upanishadic tradition is Sat, Satyam, that which is. That which is. Very important. So we are asking question about isness of things. Isness. Now, I just touch the question. Suppose, is this table, what we see here, this table or this pen, is it reality? I mean, so if it is real, even if I break it, it should be a pen. Suppose I break this pen or it is burned, it is no more this pen, isn't it? No, it becomes ash. or some other thing. So they say the pen is not real. You see the point? If the pen were to be real, even if I burn it, even if it is what you call crushed by something, it should remain as a fountain or a marker pen. It is no more. So we ask the question: is the pen? It is reality, but at the same time I see it. I am using it. I am using the pen to write these words on the blackboard or this whiteboard. Sorry, I am used to blackboards. Okay. So this is the idea behind it. So the idea would be, what is reality? It's a basic question. In fact, we ask the question in our life: what is Sat kya hai? What is reality? We normally ask when we face death in people's lives. I mean, if you remember, 2 weeks ago there was a big air crash in Mangalore. Imagine people touched down the airport. The pilot made a mistake in having that touchdown limit. The plane overshot the runway, went into the valley, Mangalore. Now you see, so people ask the question: why did this happen? That's a metaphysical question. All right. Imagine people reached from Saudi Arabia to Mangalore, their own hometown, almost touched the runway, then you are out in the cliff. So that's a philosophical question. Means you cannot get the answer by, maybe the pilot made a mistake. They say that if you read Times of India, the pilot wanted to avoid what is called hard landing, because he wanted a soft landing. Therefore, he had a floating kind of experience of the plane, and then of course it went beyond the touchdown limit on the runway. Therefore, it went into the cliff. Fine, that's one explanation. Fine. So when we ask such kind of questions, we are asking questions about what we call reality. All right. Now, Shankara, Adi Shankara, the great Acharya of our tradition, I somehow am fascinated by his philosophy. Not by the way people have understood him in our tradition. Because some people say the world is mithya. No. I don't think we can say the world is mithya. He doesn't say that. He is asking us the question: is the table real? Are you real? Is the aeroplane real? Now, but very, very important to ask this question: what does he mean by the reality? Or suppose you ask the question: what do you mean by when you say something is real? Now that is the second most important idea. What do you mean by reality, or what you call the criteria, the criterion of reality? In which context or by what standard you say X is real or Y is real? This is important. I already told you, well, if I break this marker pen, it is no more a pen. If I burn it, it's not a pen, it becomes ash. Therefore, it is no more a marker pen. That means for some people, this marker pen is not reality. Okay, it is only for some time. Suppose I die, we die, dead body. Even if suppose I'm married and my woman, my best loved person in the world, even she's, dead body. All right, they're afraid of that. Adi Shankara says that. If my body were to be real, they would say, no, welcome. All right. So the whole problem comes there. What is the criteria you apply to say that X is real, the table is real, body is real, or mind is real, marker pen is real? Now, Adi Shankara, in his work, I'm summarizing, he says something can be real if it is non-contradictable. These are tough philosophical words, I understand, or non-sublatable. Is another word, non-sublatable. So the criteria would be this. What is that? Non-sublatable. Yeah. Or non-contradictable. They say in Sanskrit, kala abhaditvam. Abhaditvam. Yeah. Abhaditvam. Abhaditvam. Yeah. So he says, now this is the criteria Adi Shankara uses to say whether X is real or not, Y is real or not, table is real or not, am I real or not. He would apply this criteria. If something is baditva, it is not real. If something is abaditva, it is real. This is what he says. Now, what does he mean by this? By saying that X is non-sublatable, or what you call another word would be non-contradictable. Non-contradictable. What is he saying? That it cannot be cancelled or destroyed at any point of time. If the marker pen is really non-contradictable or non-sublatable or abaditva, it should be marker pen even if it is burnt. Even if it is cut into pieces, it should be marker pen, but it is not. We all know that. The moment ink gets over, it is no more a marker pen. Don't even destroy it. That means I had to supply the ink into this, the black ink. Fine. So that means it is marker pen only for some time. Some time. My body is same way. I was born, I'm like this body, I got a beautiful body from my parents, fine, thank God, and I'm in Delhi, fine. So, but the point is this, there is also a time when I am not a teacher of philosophy. Alright. What happens, suppose I die, what happens to my teaching? So he says, what I am doing now is also contradictable. Therefore, my vocation, my teaching also is not what you call uncontradictable. So this is what he says. Therefore he says, body or experiences in life, all right, they are not ultimately real because they can be cancelled. They can be substituted. Now, somebody could object to this. There are people also who object. I am not saying that whatever he says is accurate philosophy. But the beauty of our Indian mind is that we have got varieties of philosophical understanding. We were trying to understand the criterion given by Adi Shankara to describe what is reality. सत्य क्या है और उसको परखने के लिए हमारा मापदंड क्या है? That's what he's saying. So he's saying that वही चीज सत्य है जो हमेशा बरकरार रहे. I mean, it continues all through past, present and future. यदि I told you that, suppose I break this marker pen and it remains as marker pen, it is real. Suppose it is not real. It is real only for some time. So this is what he uses, Trikala Abaditvam. This is from his commentary on Brahma Sutra. If something is real, ask this question: is this non-sublatable or not? If it is cancelable or not? If it is cancelable, therefore he would say, my body is not real. Why? My body, when it is dead, it is cremated or buried. Well, therefore, my body is not real. That doesn't mean I am not real. It doesn't infer from that. My body ages when I was young. Now I am middle-aged. I get old. Then I die. That doesn't mean I am what you call, sublatable or what you call contradictable. No. So, of course, that's another question. All right. So, this is very important. What does the criteria or the criterion of reality for Shankara, what does it involve? Non-sublatability, abaditvam is very important, and this is what he applies to self. So that is self which is non-sublatable. That is reality which is satyam, which is always is there, isness, that which is. So philosophically, if you ask the question, if you ask the question, what is reality, you say that which is. That which is. This would be the definition of reality. Then therefore he says, suppose I ask the question, what is it real? Apply that criteria to this criterion. It is not. Therefore it is not real. Now there could be a problem. Shankara is not saying that body is not completely unreal. No. I think this is a mistaken notion of Adi Shankara. When people say world is mithya, I think it's not true. What he is saying is this: if there is only this reality, then how do I explain marker pen, table, world, you and me? my body. All right. He says, to understand that, he brings in the relation between effect and cause. I suppose those who do science, they will also explain this. Whatever, now this is an effect. Effect, marker pen, the company, Luxor maybe, I don't know, or the Parker company makes this. All right. And it is made of some matter. So, you have efficient cause. Now, if I say this is stable, well, the material cause is the plywood or the wood of this, the material cause. The efficient cause of this is the carpenter or the company which makes it, the carpenter who comes and chisels the wood and all that, okay. The formal cause is the shape of it, oval shape of this table. It looks nice, very artistic, fine, yeah. Now, so all these are different causes, but therefore this table is the effect, karya. All right. Now, what is the karana of this? For Shankara, he would say the primal cause is the material cause. Very important. That is, he would say the primal cause of this table is not the carpenter or the company which made it. No, that's the carpenter who chisels the wood and all that. No, he would say it is the wood. Wood is the, what you call, the primal, the main cause of this table. Okay, that I think even science would accept that. Therefore, they say, no, what you call, matter is indestructible. Matter. What is matter basically? It is energy. Energy. Now, this table is, maybe when I see it, it is something solid. But if I scientifically examine it, it is energy. It is not solid as it is. Atoms, they are completely play of all these, and they are that. So, what I see as something solid with my naked eyes, it is not. It is not. You go to a science lab, they look quite differently, right? And now we have what you call the principle of quantum physics. Okay. So, that's another matter. So, this effect, which is a stable, he would say, what is its main cause? Wood. So, now, what you call, Shankara would say, we should philosophically analyze what is the relation between effect and the cause. What is the relation between effect and the cause? Now, this is an important philosophical theory in Indian philosophical systems. Now, we begin with effect. Now, I suppose, now my parents gave me birth. All right. So, I see my parents as my biological cause. All right. Okay. Cause. All right. This table is a material, effect. It comes from the wood, but the carpenter, fine, is efficient cause. Wood is the primal cause. Very important. Now, how does one relate effect, the karya, to the cause, karana? This is very important. All right. All important philosophical theories begin here. How do you relate cause with effect, or effect with the, because we begin from effect. It's called in philosophy a posteriori. We begin with effect. How do you relate this table with wood? Now, Shankara brings a very revolutionary idea. He says the effect and the cause are not different. Ananya. We call it Sanskrit Ananyatva. Anya means different, Ananya. Oh, some girls take beautiful names, Ananya, isn't it? But they have no idea what does it mean. Yeah, Ananya means what? Ye karya, karana, ye dono anya nahi hai. They are not different. They are not different. The table that you see right now is not different from what? From what? Wood. Wood. Wood is the primal cause, I told you that. So, the table as you see now, it is not different from wood. That is called Ananyatva. That is the effect. Effect is not different from the cause. Alright. This is a revolutionary idea which brings in, now this discussion is called in philosophy Satkaryavada. Satkaryavada. Because see, the problem is this: if you touch the tree's leaf, you will go to the branch, then you'll go to the whole tree, then the trunk, then the roots. So you cannot, suppose I go to ENT specialist, but then there's a problem with the medicine. They only study my eyes, nose, throat. What about my heart, my liver, my legs, my body? Therefore, I think the whole idea of Ayurveda is important. They study the whole body. Therefore, here we have to study the whole thing. And the idea is this: if effect and cause are related through the category of ananyatva, ananyatva, the idea, the ness of non-differentness, you see, non-difference between effect and the cause. So he is saying that basically if you destroy the table, it will become the wood. I mean, that's idea is that. Alright. Of course, you say analogously it becomes matter. Alright, that's what he is saying. Now, this theory is based on what I call in Indian philosophy Satkaryavada. This is one of the most logical ways of understanding in philosophy. See, here they don't bring in God or anything. They simply ask you to exercise your mind, intellect, inquiry. A philosopher is not afraid of asking logical questions, also metaphysical questions. Right? Okay? I give an example. See, I am an unmarried person because I've only married philosophy. Alright, okay. So somebody asked me, no, you should get married because, you will get, suffering in life, you can share your life with somebody. I told that person, you see, if you analyze our normal life, how many stages of life are there? I mean, our consciousness, our life. Now, what is this state called? You are sitting there, you are my student, I am your teacher, so what is this called now? This state. Waking state, no? I suppose you are all awake now, isn't it, no? You are attending to me and you are listening to me. It's called waking state of consciousness. We'll come to that. Consciousness, life. Now, at night, what do you do? Normally, not in Delhi, because they're awake at night. Normally at night, what do? You go to bed, isn't it, no? You go to bed. When you are asleep, what is happening to you? What is the first phase of sleep? I suppose you got sleep, no? Couple of days hote hain. You got sleep. Yeah. Then what is the first stage of your sleep? Yeah. Dreams, no? Yeah, you see dreams. Now in dreams, what happens to you? Can I teach you in your dreams? Tell me. Oh, I'm sure tomorrow you will dream that there was standing here and you're sitting there and you're teaching. When you get up, it is only dream. I can teach you in dreams. People fall in love in dreams. Don't you know that? Yes, he says. So, you see? Yes, very good. Suppose you are going to school or college, you are late to get up. You think you are already up. You brush the teeth, you had breakfast, toast something, butter, then you get into the bus, and then you attend the class. When you get up, I am still on my bed. You see? So in dreams also, we see things. We see reality. What's the difference there in dream state and the waking state? What's the difference? Tell me. Apply mind. I think the most fundamental freedom of human being is what? To think for oneself. To think for oneself. Yeah, I think that's our most fundamental human right, to think for oneself. Right. So, in waking state, what happens? The world, my thing is outside my mind. Whereas in dream, what happens? It is imagination. Very good. Very good. Yeah, right. I give you B honors degree now itself. Fine. Yeah. So, in dream, what happens? The world is within my mind. Yeah, you can even go by flight to US. Alright, you can become a film actor like Shah Rukh Khan, all in dream. Right? I could be king. Fine. Yeah. So, in dream, the same world becomes what you call internal. Alright, okay? Alright. Now, when you dream, what happens to the state of the objects? Is it real? Are dreams not real? Are you sure?
Yes.
How? Tell me.
Because many a times we dream that we'll become actor and all that.
Fine.
But in reality we are not that.
In reality, fine. See, you're using philosophical word. I think you are a budding philosopher. Now the problem is this, while dreaming, is it true? Is it real? While dreaming. Oh. Suppose, imagine, I am sleeping, I am having a dream. Alright? Okay. I believe one thief has entered my apartment. He unlocked my Godrej lock, famous lock. They know that, you know. He comes into my room, then you see, it is a lot of books in my room. You know, I have only small bed and all books everywhere. Then he says, then he opens my cupboard. He takes my rupees, my money. Then he comes to my bed and, you know, he's almost pulling my leg, putting me out. Then what happens in the dream? I cry out, no? Why do I cry out in the dream? If dreams are not real, why do I cry for help? Ask me, tell me. Why? Why? See, philosophy is dangerous. Philosophy is dangerous. It makes us to think. Why in dream, if she said it's not real, why do I cry out? Amma, Appa, please come. Oh, my brother, please come. A thief is catching me. Isn't it? Why? Why?
Because at that time we are totally lost in our dreams.
Totally lost. Fine. Fine. Okay. Okay. You are calling out for help because you really feel that the thief is catching you. Suppose I know in dreaming the thief is coming and catching my leg. I know, yeah, it's a dream. I will simply sit and smile there, isn't it? No? While dreaming, dreams are real. When you get up, you realize. So when I shout for help, my mama comes from home. Oh, beta, kuch nahi hai. Oh, it was only dream. When I get up, I realize it was only dream. Yeah, dreams are real. If you want to know dreams are real, ask the question in the dream. जब आप सपने देखते हैं उस समय सवाल आप पूछिए, क्या सपना सही है कि गलत है? Is it real or imagination? So when you say that the dreams are imagination, it is an evaluation not while dreaming, when you are awake. You got the point? Yeah. Got it. Yeah, you know, this is important idea. Now what is the other state of consciousness? So we said we are awake, we dream, all are our realities, alright? The third state, according to Mandukya Upanishad, is this deep sleep. Sushupti, beautiful word, Sushupti. Sopnandam, what is Jagrita? Then you have Sopna, then you have Sushupti, deep sleep. What is meaning? Do you ever experience deep sleep in your life? My dear, you are here because you every day experience deep sleep. But the problem is this, in deep sleep, you don't know that you are in deep sleep. That's the reason. Yeah. What does that mean? In deep sleep, there is neither this I, nor this world outside, nor this world inside. And that is the most important thing in our life. Deep sleep gives you the joy. That's why if you go to a hospital, suppose you are having 140 degrees Celsius fever, what do the doctors do? They give you some tablets called Compos to make you sleep. But what is sign of good health? You have good sleep. Ananyatva. Non-different. Yeah. Effect, this is important. Effect and cause. Ananyatva. Yeah, this is important. So, if the effect and the cause are not really different, though they are different, as I see, now, see, it's a very important idea. Now, this is based on, I said, the Indian philosophical theory about cause and effect. And there are two theories or two aspects of theory. What is the basic philosophical question? Does the effect pre-exist in the cause or not? This is a basic question, philosophical question all schools would ask. Okay? Does the effect pre-exist in its cause? Yeah, this is the philosophical question or a metaphysical question. Or to put otherwise, does this oval table pre-exist in the wood or not? Do I, this body, this body, does this, what pre-exist before my coming into this form in my parents or not? That's a biological question, alright? Okay, I'll give you an example of that. Now, there are two schools or two theories on this. Those who say, now the answer could be yes and no. Some would say, yeah, the effect does exist before in the cause. Some say no. Now those who say yes, the effect karya does exist in the cause before it came to be, that is called sat karyavada. I understand, Sanskrit is a beautiful language. I'm not a Sanskritist, but I can understand Sanskrit. Now, sat karya. Sat means existing. Karya, effect. Those who say that the effect, the table here now, pre-exists in the cause, wood, they are called Satkaryavadins. Satkaryavada. Yeah. Those who say no, see, our Indian philosophical theories are so different. I would not say, if you study Western philosophy, Greek philosophy, there are also very many schools, but people say that, even Westerners who have done Indian philosophy, our philosophical traditions have got such a variety of understanding. You look at, if you do philosophy, that's the beauty also of our Indian understanding of civilization. Alright? Okay. You know that a Brahmin in Kashmir eats sheep meat. Whereas a Brahmin, Nambudiri fellow in my native state, he won't even touch, fish and meat. Alright. Bengali Brahmins, they love machi, what do you call that, fish. Without fish, a Bengali will not have food at all. Whereas I am staying with a Jaina family, but leave alone fish and meat, they won't even touch garlic and onions. You see the variety of our understanding of our Indian philosophical situation. That is possible because of this. We have philosophically varieties of views, but I told you they are ananya. Yeah. In Nambudiri, in Kerala, who doesn't eat maybe fish and meat, when he eats a Bengali Brahmin who eats fish, he will say, fine, fantastic, how are you? Namaskaram, namaste, he would say that. Fine, vanakkam, fine, whatever he says, yeah. Why? Because though you are different from me, we are basically non-different. You see the beautiful idea. Therefore, the other is not different from me. That is a beautiful idea of Indian philosophical idea. Otherwise, you are a threat. I speak Punjabi, maybe Malayalam or Tamil or, oh, what is that? Okay, right? So, this is the idea of Indian civilization. That's why we, Assami would speak Assamese, still we are Indians. Idea is this, because though you are different from me, you are not different from me in philosophical sense. Ananyatva. This is Adi Shankara's philosophical contribution, and that is, I think, should be the bedrock of our Indian civilization, nation building. Okay, that is another social interpretation of this. Okay, fine. So, Satkaryavada would mean that the effect pre-exists in the cause. Now, there is also a school called Nyaya philosophy, the famous logical school coming from Bengal. They would say, no, effect is new, effect is not in the cause. It's called Asat. Asat Karyavada. Yeah. You see the beauty of our Indian philosophical imagination, varieties, conflicting positions. It is like Sata Swara, Sapta Swara. Saregama Padaniza. If only we had Sa, you can't make a music, isn't it? No? The flute you see, or the tambura, or the sitar, it's Right? Varieties. Variety. So this is the idea behind it. Now, I have not time to go into this. Now, Satkaryavada, since the Adi Shankara comes here, Satkaryavada has got again two versions. Indian philosophy never sleeps. It's always what you call making new forms. Yeah. Now, according to Satkaryavada, I said the effect, the karya, already exists in the cause. The table, this table was already in the wood. Of course, now it is there, it's a new form of it. Expresses it. Alright, okay, right. It is like the dancer and the dance. When the dancer goes to stage, now there will be a time, if you notice, in the dance, okay, you cannot distinguish between, for example, that famous dancer, anywhere you take, the dance and the dancer. Okay, when he is not dancing or she is not dancing, you can say, oh, the dancer is so and so. But when you are into that, there comes a kind of ananyatva between the dancer and the dance. You cannot distinguish. You cannot distinguish. This is called laya. Laya. Not pralaya. What we normally have is pralaya, not laya. Okay, this is what you call laya. Yeah, you cannot distinguish. Okay. Yeah, okay, the idea behind it. So, but I was saying, so Satkaryavada, so it has two versions. Now, the effect pre-exists in the cause, fine, alright, okay, yeah. Then, when the cause becomes this effect, is this becoming real or not? You see how our people imagined? Now, the oldest school of our philosophy is called Sankhya. They would say, no, when this table becomes table from the wood, that is real. That means the wood undergoes real change. Yeah. So to sum up, this is actually I have not taught anything. I just touched something. All right. To sum up, this would be the basic idea of what is Brahman, what is reality. Now, but of course, he goes through many philosophical attempts of that. So, we began with the idea, what is reality? And the word Brahman denotes this idea of metaphysical reality in Indian philosophical tradition. And Adi Shankara, but he develops this idea, and he says that the basic notion of Brahman is an objectless reality. The example I told you, of course, I understand it is not fully explainable within 40 or 35 minutes or 50 minutes. The example would be the deep sleep experience of who you are. That's why. The dreams can be sometimes frightening, but deep sleep, no. Deep sleep is always ananda. I could be hungry, I could be poor, I could be crippled, but in deep sleep, you are, I know, so joyful. Alright. Yeah. So, this is idea behind it. Alright. But the danger is that you reduce this reality into one particular form. This body, this particular profession, etc. That is, I think, the sociological danger of this idea, which I think we have committed to some extent. So, for Adi Shankara, nature of Brahman would mean nature of ultimate reality. How does one understand this reality? And the idea would be ananyatva, non-different nature of this. Okay? This by itself is formless. What is the basic form? I am. But this I is not this I. This is a philosophical I, the spiritual I. The spiritual I. That's what. So, I think this is an important insight into how one of our philosophers have inquired into the philosophy of non-dualism, Advaita. Thank you so much. Yeah. If you have any questions, anything to, I know it is too short. It's like, you show something, but within a split second you cannot understand. Yeah. It takes time. It needs tapas, not the physical, mental, philosophical, Ekagra. You need to be concentrated. All right, yeah. So it takes, years of labor to understand, but I suppose you have made some sense of it. This is the introduction to the first topic of the module of that course, nature of Brahman. So Brahman, Atman are nothing but the term for what is reality. Reality. This one. This lecture today was an introductory one on topic 1 of module 9 of what you call paper 2 of BA Honours Philosophy course, University of Delhi. As I told in the beginning, it is called Elements of Indian Philosophy, and today we had an an introduction to introduction. Yeah, to what is this nature of reality according to Adi Shankara. Yeah, as I say, you may not love Adi Shankara, you may love Adi Shankara, but you cannot be indifferent to him, because he leaves you unchanged, because his philosophy is so logical and so conceptual. But we need to reinterpret his philosophy in the context of our country, where people are most of them marginalized, poor, kind of stuff. We need to reinterpret and make sense of what he's saying. And I think he has a deep significance for asking the question, what is reality? Who am I basically? Who am I? What is this world? That's a philosophical question. And he is a philosopher par excellence. Thank you so much for your patient listening. It was a pleasure for me to be with all of you, and thanks for the questions. Thank you. Bye.